What is up, YouTube? It is your boy STX Nick, and today we're gonna do a little video pretty much going over this ZX-10 swap onto my ZX-6R originally. It's a 2013 model. For those of you that follow the Instagram page, you guys have already seen pretty much everything that's been done to it. I just haven't gotten around to doing this video. And to start it off, we're gonna go off with why I did this. And I get that asked a lot, is why would I do this? Why didn't I just get a 1000 instead? And long story short is, so the motor blew just on a random day that I was cruising out. But even before that happened, I had originally planned to get a Gen 5 ZX-10. I've always loved those models, those years, just the way it looks, just based off looks. So when this happened, the motor blew pretty much on its own. I was just simply cruising. I did not want to spend the same amount of money because originally I had already put another 600 engine in there, and I've already spent all that time and money just putting a 600 engine in there and rebuilding this before I even put the 1000 in there. So I was like, I'm not gonna put on all that time and put in all that money again just for it to be a 600. Shout out to my brother and my dad. They have always talked about doing something like this, putting a 1000 engine into a 600, basically building a little sleeper build. They, wouldn't have done and put it out there as much as I did, but whatever. They gave me the idea. Pretty much just said, F it, and let's do it. I told my dad, let's do it. So it began. To start off, this pretty broad question that I get asked a lot is, how is something like this possible? What did I do? We got lucky. I had searched around all of eBay to see what I could find, and I ended up finding this this Gen 4 engine. This is a 2011 to 2015 Gen 4 ZX-10 engine. And I say it was a deal because not only did he give me the engine, but he also threw in the airbox, he threw in the ECU, and he threw in the harness. Now this engine that I got from him was off of a wrecked bike. So all the front end was smashed in on this original ZX-10. So all the harness on the front end was cut. But either way, he threw it in there, and it saved us a bunch of time and saved me some money as well. So yeah, so it's the engine, the airbox, the ECU, the wire harness. He also sold me the tachometer, which is the dash, the speedometer dash. As well, I had to buy a radiator original to the ZX-10 and the reservoir as well, and the headers. So that is everything that's ZX-10. Everything else you see on this bike is still original to the ZX-6. So the frame, the fairings, the tank, surprisingly, that was a lot of work just to even have it stay original to the ZX-6 model. So yeah, let me show you guys in detail what all the work that was done. All right, so like I said, get this question a lot. How can it be done? How did you do it? What needs to be done? And the first thing is space. So original engine had different mounts, obviously, for the 600. You're gonna need to cut those off and get these new mounts welded in to hold the ZX-10 motor. And that's for, like I said, the bottom and these top ones up here. I'll show you pictures. I'll be throwing in pictures in there. As well as these rear ones, these whole front mounts need to be completely fabricated. As you can see, this is not original to the 600. Now, we had to cut the original arms right about here and then get these big aluminum plates and weld these on to hold the motor. And as well as even getting these mounts, had to cut the inside of this frame right here to even have space for the top of the engine to fit in there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for fitment and how it locked in there to look semi-original. Yeah, you can see right here where I had to cut them out and kind of push out the molds to fit the top of the engine right there, that cover. Fans original to the motor, radiator is original to the motor. That was fun fitting that in there as well. Like I said, headers are original to the motor. Oh, this was funny putting this on because it's weird how it kind of aligned the exact same way the 600 sprocket cover aligned. But yeah, the front sprocket is your main reference because obviously you need it aligned to the rear wheel. You can't go higher, lower, left or right, because that'll throw up the whole alignment on the chain and then it won't run right. So as you can see, everything on this motor mount went around this front sprocket. Shoot, I'm trying to think. That's pretty much it for the ZX-10 swap. I'll throw in pictures because this is the original tank. Obviously it is original. This whole tank, basically the whole front half of this tank had to be gutted so it could sit over the ZX-10 airbox. That was fun in itself. Everything on the airbox is still original to how it should be. The ECU's right here. The wire harness still runs all the way the same to the back and the front as it should. Yeah, so like I said, that's pretty much it for the ZX-10 aspect of that. That's the engine, the airbox, the ECU, the wire harness, the tachometer, the radiator and reservoir, and the headers. That's all original to the ZX-10, where I was moved from the ZX-10 to this bike. Everything else you see here is original to the 600 body and model. Now, there are some things that I obviously added for this bike, aside from the ZX-10. And as you can see, you got some little things, little fun toys, custom front strap mounts, because who wants to pay $300 for some Brock's mounts to lower the front end? You got these cool, nice looking headlights and side markers. Those are Moto Composites. No. Those are Moto Dynamic headlights. These are AliExpress, believe it or not. 20 bucks. They look nice. Correction, mostly everything is original to this bike. A lot of things were custom made or from different bikes put onto this one. This is a complete Frankenstein build. You guys seen the first video, or those of you who haven't, go watch it. Pretty much went over when the 600 engine was still in there. I already had put on this swing arm from an older generation ZX-10 that I had bought as a rebuild, but never ended up doing anything with it. This spring you see here came off that same ZX-10 that I had bought, and it's helped out with this newfound power from this 1000 engine. It really holds down the bike pretty good. Custom front and rear seat, but I don't have it on right now. It's just a cover that you take off the original seat cover leather and you put on this one and staple it down. But that's from Etsy. 100, maybe 150. Amazon steering stabilizer, but it really does work, surprisingly. And what I just recently got this bike. It's been about 5-6 months after the ZX-10 motor was put in and running. I had it up just in time for Dallas, and I have that video posted up as well. Since then, I've gotten little upgrades because I didn't want to start dumping money into this bike as far as upgrades, because it was all pretty recent from the whole swap and everything. I wanted to make sure it rode good. The engine ran smoothly. There was no wiring problems. So it's been a couple months now since all this was done, and I just got it back from getting dyno tune, and as well getting this custom titanium mid-pipe made from the same guy. And let me tell you, I really do like it. Really do like the way it came out. This pipe, I had found it on Facebook. Shout out to Austin, from Austin. It was pretty beat up condition, and got a hold of it because it was a deal. Sold it to me for $100, and I jumped on it because I've always wanted this system, this look. I like the way that the exhaust flows with the rear tail, and got that made with the guy that did dyno tune as well. But before I had it done, I had it painted. Shout out to my dad. He had painted this custom candy orange over the carbon, and as well the black, to kind of go with the flow. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Mine's pretty blank right now. I can't think of much else, but if you guys have any questions or of anything else that I didn't go over that you want me to answer, just let me know, and I'll be glad to answer those questions. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything as far as the ZX-10 swap and how it's sitting as of now. But that pretty much wraps up today's video. Before I go though, I'll give you all a little quick startup and a couple revs just to show you how it sounds.
Woo!